feeling physically right now?
I think I got a couple bruises and contusions. I think I got to do a better job of hydrating and recovering throughout the week. To try and flush out some of these bruises and things like that that I have and contusions and all of that. Get in the weight room, to be able to keep my muscles and everything where they need to be for these last couple games of the regular season, and being able to stand strong and feel good and healthy in these last couple games as I did in the first half
Has there been
the season.
Caleb, has there been an accumulation effect? All these sacks and hits you're taking, maybe taking a toll on you, not just physically but mentally as well?
I wouldn't say mentally. Obviously, physically, let's put it in this context. Say you get in three car accidents, and a month you're going to feel it, and that's what a hit is in football. Is if y'all didn't know, a football, and getting hit, especially when you can't deliver a hit to somebody, as in like running the ball. You take those over amount of time, and it builds up. But like I said before, I got to do well with hydrating, do well with working out, and all of that, and stay to my routine. And it's kept me healthy throughout the whole year, and got to keep going.
Caleb, how do you make sense of where you're standing right now, where you guys are out of the playoffs? You're 4-10. The offense just scored 12 points. I'm sure none of this is what you expected. How do you make sense of where you're at and where to go from here?
Yeah, where to go from here is I have another game, coming up in a few days, and so gotta go and watch the film. I gotta find ways to get better. They did well on defense today. Didn't bring as many cover zeros as I thought they would bring, and as we thought they would bring. They played a little bit more coverage in zone. They dropped out and did a couple interesting things on defense, and it's something that I'll go back and look at, and once I see it, and I kind of figured it out a little bit, at the end of the game. But once I go back, watch it, and see it, and figure all of that out, when it happens again, and when I see that look again, or teams are probably going to do it, because they ended up stopping us a few times on some of their exotic looks they brought, and had in coverage, and so just being able to find ways to get better myself and the team, and then looking forward to this week.
What about the first part of that question, though, the reality of where you're at and how your rookie season has gone? It's almost over now.
Yep.
How you've arrived here?
Yeah, it's been frustrating and encouraging. I would say the frustrating part is obviously we're on a how many games now? 8? Yeah, 8-game losing streak, and that's not like I've said before. It's new to me. I haven't experienced anything like this, so that's the frustrating part. The encouraging part is how much we fight as a team. The encouraging part is us as a team being able to go through, and myself included, being able to go through kind of all of what's happened this year. Me not playing well in the beginning of the season, and feeling like I was seeing it well, and then being able to find ways to keep growing, keep progressing, through those times that I was frustrated then, and then coaches getting fired, and all of this stuff that's going on, 4-10 right now. So being able to wake up, be consistent, do that every day, with how it's been going is encouraging for me. It's encouraging for this team, and we got to keep going. But yeah, it's been encouraging, but also frustrating for myself.
2 short weeks coming up,
yeah,
back to back quickly. What's the process of troubleshooting and also growing when you've got a tight time frame to do it?
Yeah, obviously it's a quick turnaround. These next 2, I believe, and so being able to get in there, watch the film, go over that quickly, figure out ways that I can be better, the team can be better, coaches, everybody, and then from there, obviously we gotta get going on this game plan for Detroit. I believe is in a few days, and so being able to correct and then move on very fast is something that we have to do right here, right now, and so. I think that's the next step.
The amount of times you've been kind of under pressure this season, regardless of if it's the line or play or what have you, how much has that hindered you or kept you from getting that rhythm you talked about this week, that just wanted to get in a rhythm? How difficult is that when you've been pressured as much as you have?
Yeah, obviously that's the defensive coaches and players' job is to not allow offenses and QBs and running backs, wide receivers, everybody get in the rhythm. And so we just got to find ways to be efficient in the first half, find ways to keep the ball moving, find ways to simply put points on the board. It's tough when the other team's scoring in the first half and you're not scoring, and you got to come out in the second half and have these comeback games, and you put pressure on the offense and the defense, to hold them to where they're at, and you got to go now score. So just playing efficient football. Us all of us respecting the game, and what it takes to win. And so I think that's the answer to that one.
On the touchdown that was called back for the legal substitution, can you kind of describe the self-inflicted nature of that, of just being that close, and then it's a penalty there, it's a holding penalty later that just you guys can't capitalize on a touchdown, you guys settle for the field goal? Yeah,
it's frustrating because we practice so much, and I don't know if we reported is what we call it, report to the ref while we were running on the field or not, but the ref didn't see it. I believe right in that moment I heard him say that he reported, and when he was on the field, and ref didn't see it. And so, having self-inflicted wounds right there on that touchdown, and then we get back up, we score again, and have another self-inflicted wound. It's challenging because scoring in this league is tough. Winning games is tough, and you got to score to be able to win. And so, taking those points off the board, I think it was obviously, I think it obviously hurt us in that moment because that was such a big moment for us, and we end up having to settle. So, we got to get better. We got to not have self-inflicted wounds, whether it's penalties and face masks or illegal substitutions and things like that. Whatever the case may be, we can't have those because of how hard it is to win games and score.
You said that Brian Flores is doing some unique things on defense. How do you think you saw the field today, just in terms of what they were doing and obviously what you were seeing?
Yeah, the first quarter, I think he got me a few times. Didn't turn the sack fumble, I did turn the ball over, but didn't throw the ball to their guys and have an interception. So I think protecting the football in that way, I did well in the first quarter. But he had a few wrinkles, which every coach will, and he's one of those coaches that he'll have a few unique wrinkles, and he did today. And it's I'll definitely go back and learn from it. Definitely something I'll have in my memory bank for when I play him again at some point, or for if another team uses those two defensive looks that he had today. But other than that, right after first quarter, went to the iPad, figured it out, and figured out what those two wrinkles were, and definitely something that, like I said, I'll throw in the memory bank, and when those happen again, definitely execute and figure out a way to make them pay. But I think he did a good job today. Defense did a good job over there on the first quarter, and throwing a few wrinkles in, and then we gotta find ways to respond. Myself, we gotta find ways to I gotta find a check down in that moment or anything like that when those moments happen. But we'll get better. I'll get better and move on from there.
Caleb, this downturn the last couple of weeks has coincided with Thomas Brown having had coaching responsibilities in addition to OC and also being on the field as opposed to upstairs. Is there a correlation there? Has the dynamic changed? And is it affecting you, the offense, that he's in a different position now than he was before?
I couldn't tell you if it was a correlation or anything, but I think he's calling the game the same way. I think that he as he would then. I think he's still getting the plays in fast. I think he's still calling the same plays that he would have called, or calling it the same way. I think we just got to go out there and execute. I think we, there's a few times where even myself didn't execute. Whether it was emotion, whether it was the timing of the play. I know I had 2 today where I kind of messed up the timing of the play, which is frustrating. But I think we just got to go out there and execute. I think we got to be better overall, just all of us, players, coaches. And then from there, we got to find ways to win the game and, be efficient on offense. Awesome. The Bears.